Wait, I can't be on a live?
We're live right now.
There's three of us. There's three of us.
What's going on, you guys? Josh here, also known as Harry Tornado, here with my two brothers from other mothers, Suburban Beard and Lot of Josh. We're just the Joshes of reselling. You know, we just like to meet up every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, and talk about reselling stuff. We generally have a 30% idea of what we're going to talk about. And most of the time we don't. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or topics you want us to bring up, feel free to drop those down in the chat below. We'll introduce ourselves first, just in case you don't know. I want to start with Lot of Josh first, then we'll go to Suburban Beard.
Yeah, hey, good morning, everyone. Just here hanging out with my two buddies, Josh. Harry Tornado pretty much covered it all. But yeah, if you don't know who I am, I'm Lot of Josh over on YouTube. And yeah, here to just kind of have fun.
Awesome. Suburban Beard.
Good morning, the beautiful people of YouTubes.
Sorry, what?
What?
I can't hear you.
Listen,
I had to give Suburban Beard some slack. Shack? I don't know what the word is. Flack?
Flack. There you go.
Because we've been doing the show for a month, and he's already missed like 4 shows.
Yesterday was planned, though.
It was
planned. Yeah.
Yesterday was pre-planned.
And just so you guys know, we are all aware that we talk crap about each other. So just like a lot of Josh and I were, talking crap about Suburban Beard yesterday when he wasn't here, but he was in the chat, and we talked worse than that about him in our Facebook group. So
right,
it's all in love, but we are looking for replacements. So just don't tell Suburban Beard. Just send me your resume, harrytornado@gmail.com.
And
so
$1 million. Good morning, YouTubes. I am the Beard of Suburban, the Suburban Beard, and apparently the penny shopper of YouTubes. And I'm glad to be here. Appreciate all of you who have come over to the dark side onto my channel and helped me grow. And full-time, I guess, YouTuber also. YouTuber, eBayer, and reseller. So it's a lot of fun and glad to be here. Back to you, Josh.
So the topic today is when is extra effort worth it? And this can be anything actually, before we get started, let's look at the chat real fast, because you guys showed up really early today, and I just want to shout some of you guys out. Reseller King was the very first one in the chat. Alexis Catty Enterprises, Cajun Roots Reseller, Gore Jess, more Alexis, more Cortez. Oh, Steampunk Town, the Florida Flipper. Florida Flipper says, I don't see it anymore, but he said, let's get the show on the road. The bin's open at 9. I feel you, man. I feel you. I got to get there late every day because of this show. The sacrifices we make for entertainment.
Right?
But, the sacrifices do not include Dollar General on penny days, apparently.
Yep. All right. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you later.
Corey 111815, what's up, man? Thanks for joining again. He came in my live chat yesterday afternoon. Let's see, Andy Lepper, what's up, man? Kevin Elliott, Danny May, Reseller King, Cajun Roots again, Florida Flipper again. Okay. Jay Meza, there he is. I knew he'd be there eventually. Richie, what's up? It is a chilly South Carolina. One thread at a time. Simply Dana. Stones Pop Ranger Chris. Crystal Crespo. Glock 30 fan. Yeah, Glock 30 fan. Good thing you didn't bet. Because we're all here. You would have lost. Christina Stevens. Blackjack Cat. Okay. Oh, part-time pickers. What's up, man?
I want to say. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, what were you going to say?
Oh, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a happy birthday is in order for Brian Oakes, Haiti Hunter.
Oh yeah.
I won't say your age, even though I know it. That's up to you. But happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday, Brian Oakes, Haiti Hunter.
Yeah.
There were tornadoes out there, I think.
In Haiti?
I thought so. Thought I read something like that. Or correct me if I'm wrong, but
I didn't know tornadoes live down there.
I didn't live down there. They go down there for the winter. They're snowbirds.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody. Oh, Kim Cheese Grits. Her name is not Cheese Grits. Her name is
Hurricanes.
Chas Grits. Yeah, there's a big difference. I've never heard of tornadoes in the Caribbean or down there. I was very confused. But hurricanes are probably worse. So definitely keep you guys in our thoughts and prayers. So yeah, when is extra effort worth it? And what got me thinking about this yesterday is I found a Pendleton blanket at TJ Maxx yesterday for like $29. They had like this TJ Maxx sticker over the barcode, so I couldn't scan it. I looked up sold comps, and sold comps on new Pendleton blankets are actually lower than I thought. I thought Pendleton blankets would be like $100-$120, but I think the average selling price was like $50. So I picked it up. I couldn't find the exact sold comp, but when I was listing it, I pulled a parrot head picker and I put a copy. I basically cut out the actual Pendleton logo, like a rectangle logo of it, and put it on top of the cover photo for my listing, and just so people could easily see that yes, this is a Pendleton blanket. I felt like the extra 60 seconds it took for me to Google the Pendleton logo and cut it out on my phone would be worth it in this case, considering I was asking like $70 for the blanket. So that's just one thing I've done recently that got my gears going about putting in extra effort with some high dollar items. And again, that's just listing. We could also get into the extra effort when it comes to like thank you notes and handwritten versus typed and different stuff like that. I sold something today. A girl, it was a horned beer stein thing, and she said it was for her husband's like anniversary gift or something. So I did a handwritten note there and put happy anniversary husband, sincerely Josh.
Yeah.
So just a little extra stuff. So what do you guys, have you ever had an opportunity to oh, hold up, just got a $5 super chat from Jeremy Cash. Oh, Andy,
back to back.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, you guys. Okay, let me get Jeremy first. Good morning, Josh's and new guy. Thanks for all you do. I learned so much from you all, and this show makes Tuesday, Thursday bearable. Jeremy Cash, thank you so much. Living up to your last name. I really appreciate that. We all appreciate it. Appreciate it. I can't speak. Thank you so much for that. Andy Lepper, of course. Thanks for waiting to go to the bins with me. I'm not waiting. I'm still going. I'm just also going. I'm going to the bins with Andy this Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
I'm not waiting. I'm going today too. Wait, is today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. We're going
Today's Wednesday.
You're like, I'm not going today. Now you're confusing him.
Yeah. Okay, Andy, I'll see you.
That's how we know we're full-time resells. We just lose track of the days now.
Man, it's
Where
crazy.
am I?
But Andy, thanks for the super chat. We appreciate it. Okay, so what do you guys do that examples of putting in extra effort where you feel like it may be worth the feedback or the extra profit?
So
I definitely focus on. I think for photographs, I've definitely gotten worse. I used to be very meticulous in terms of having a white background, and then I would post edit it with photo fuse, so it almost looks like a stock photo. But the few things that I do, especially, I think just setting up lighting and making sure that's good. I think just having a bright picture and just photographing everything closely, that does wonders, because people are pretty much shopping based off the photos. So even though I don't have a stock photo-esque kind of pictures nowadays, still having good lighting just to brighten it up a little bit, I think that's at a minimum, that's what I need to do, and that's what I've been trying to do.
So my side, I'll bring in the other side. So I do believe in the anything that's going to bring in higher dollar amount to put in the extra effort, but I'll do the same. When I'm on my roll of listing and taking all my photos to do my listings, I'll still put in a little extra time, even for those small dollar items. Because once I'm already, in my, I call it the machine, right? My head's photo, store, photo. I keep going. I'm all right, these are sitting here. I'll finally just get to them and do them, as opposed to putting it off again. But it's that extra effort of just continuing what I'm doing. And, a couple of the items may only bring me $3, and I get that, but they're sitting there, and it's do I toss them, or I'm already taking photos to just do it? The listings, half put together, I'll fully admit it, but it'll still sell. So.
Jody says, I'm being nitpicky AF, but it bugs me that 2 of the 3 sound dampening squares are going this way while the bottom one is going that way. I didn't notice that. I did have them like in a pattern, but the third one, there's actually 4 here, and the third one fell. I guess I just didn't put it back up. Right. Jody,
I didn't even notice that.
I need to fix that right now.
Maybe if I go full screen, I can see. Let me see.
Isn't that?
Oh, it is
artistic.
It's artistic, right? Yeah. Be yourself, Josh.
It messes with the brain, you know.
Don't follow the man.
It's thought-provoking.
Be your own person.
Okay, I fixed it.
So you actually fixed it.
Jody, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jody. Appreciate that. I'm so embarrassed.
This is why we don't have nice things.
Gorgeous says photos are everything. And I totally agree. I think Parrot Head Picker is like the best example that I can think of. I think he has the best photos in the game, like by far.
And his are just do those on like regular shirts, like $18 shirts. They'll have like, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go look at his Instagram page. It's like Parrot Head _picker or something.
Mm-hmm. And he has a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah. But he'll have like a picture, like a square photo. And like in the square photo, he'll have like the brand, like the actual logo and the item, and then like a close up of the item or something, or like the main picture is like a close up, and then like the full item in the bottom corner. It's
like a picture in picture type deal.
Yeah, like a picture in picture. Yeah, there's nobody else on eBay has pictures like him.
It takes 2 seconds.
Yeah,
and I know he's getting like a good $10-15 extra for like the extra effort he's putting into his photos.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I think he can command that kind of like price point with the photos he's taken.
Yeah, and like some stuff I'll do. So I have certain items where I call it a meme for lack of better words, right? But like so specific items I have where there's a lot of knockoffs. And wait a second, are you laughing at the same thing I was? Now it sounds different.
Yeah,
now the sound I was laughing when you guys were talking. I was like, no, Kent. Now it sounds different. The reverb is way off, Josh. Put it back. Sorry. So, but I don't remember what I was talking about. I'm not gonna lie. The comment was amazing. I'm sorry.
Was I saying something about Dollar General?
I have pennies. Who has pennies?
Pennies.
Actually, we did make our money back already. Because I got a bunch of those memory foam slippers. I sold it because I sell this stuff at sticker price, what Dollar General price has on it, and so, but like I sold a pair for $10, which paid for the 2 gallons of fuel and the $1.64 I spent.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I still have 20 more pair. What size are you guys?
17.
Perfect. I'll sew 3 of them together for you.
Reseller King says, do you think it's wise to hire, I guess, a VA as part-time? And do you recommend any service? I've never hired a VA. I don't know anything about that. Have you guys thought about that?
No. I mean, I've thought about it, but I can't really recommend any because I've never used any.
See, the only way I would go, because that's the main part, like listing for me is easier, or let me put it this way. Listing, I think I'm better at than even taking photos. I would hire somebody to take photos. If I had that, my business would triple.
Yeah.
Easily. Like that's what I'm looking at. But it gets into that whole weird, like listening to Daily Refinement with he's like, well, if you provide them with the stuff, then they're technically an employee and, all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, I don't have the money to hand out DSLR cameras to somebody to to do it, but yeah. So,
speaking of that, do you use DSLRs or phones? Brian Oakes, Haiti Hunter, the birthday boy wants to know to take pictures.
I just use my phone, but I use a specific app on my phone because I don't care if it's iPhone or Android. I don't like the way the photos come out of the regular camera app built in. And so I use an Android app called Open Camera, which it's very easy to switch ISO settings and zoom and stuff like that. So I can do it on the fly and it takes me less time and better photos in my humble opinion. IMHO.
Philly Picker says, Harry, I feel your extra effort into a lot, I think, of things, I guess. I love the extra effort you put into that transformer blanket turn pillowcases. I'm looking at doing that with a 1980s WWF wrestling sheet. Yeah, I actually found a Ninja Turtles comforter the other day, too. I'm I don't know if I want to do pillows with that one because that one's a good size. It's like a full size, and it's in really good condition. So I might just sell that as a comforter. But the Transformer pillowcases did turn out pretty cool. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, I found a Transformer comforter at the bins for like $4, and it was a weird size. It looked like it had been cut in the past. So I hired my neighbor to make pillowcases out of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And it's got the date of 1984 Hasbro Industries. So they're turned out pretty cool. And they're just like the slip in the back. So you can just like put the pillow in there.
Yeah.
So it turned out pretty cool. I paid her $13 per pillowcase to do. And I've got 10 of them. So it was $130 plus the $4 for the comforter, $134 invested. And I think I can sell each pair like $50 to $60. So, maybe doubling my money, a little bit more than that. So just a way to, selling the comforter as is. I might could have got $30 or $40 for it, but supporting someone's small business and being creative in the process. And now I've, tripled my ROI. So.
Yeah.
So I had some the New Kids on the Block curtains I found.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't decided, do I just sell them as curtains, or like I was looking around on Etsy because my wife does a lot on Etsy, and like people take them and turn them into skirts, like actual New Kids on the Block skirts. I'm like, I don't know if I could wear a skirt, but the resale value could be really high on it. So, I'm trying to decide which way to go with that.
I mean, if you come across like cool fabric like that, you don't have to turn it into anything. I mean, you could just sell it as fabric,
Right.
I think selling the curtains as listing them as fabric instead of curtains you'd be able to get more money for them.
That makes sense. It makes a lot more sense, actually.
And that way somebody that sews can make anything,
Videos. Somebody, Pop Ranger, brought up to LOJ.
Yeah, he said, what about using videos? I have, and so has a lot of Josh.
How hard is it to put a video in a listing? I know you go through that page to do it.
Yeah,
it's
actually super easy. So it's called Flipper Tools. So just flippertools.com, and then they have like a bunch of tabs, and then you can there's a tab that says like embed a video into your eBay listing, and it pretty much like spits out a code for you if you put in the YouTube URL. I think YouTube videos in an eBay listing is like super powerful, especially like
electronics.
I don't do it for every listing, obviously, but yeah, electronics. If there's like a flaw for like, there was like a PlayStation 2 I listed, and the disc tray was kind of sticky. So you would open it and it would just like eject halfway out, and then you'd have to pull it. So like I took a video of me, ejecting a disc, and then me having to like pull it the rest out because it was like sticking halfway. I've done videos for like music boxes. I'll just like set up the camera. I just use my phone. I just set up the camera, and then I'll just let the music box play, just so whoever's buying it knows exactly what they're getting. So stuff like that, I'll do videos, and I just use like my personal YouTube account and just like upload like eBay listing photos or videos over there.
See, I need to do that because I had the same type of situation. It's like it's an older Xbox, like the original Xbox, and it has the controllers and a bunch of games and stuff. But like when you hit the eject button, sometimes it comes out. Other times you have to put the pin in to do that. And like I want to show that. I'm like trying to write it in the description, trying to show photos of me sticking a pin into the hole.
Right.
Like it just doesn't have that same. I'm like, this would be my first one where I really want the video. And I saw a lot of older electronics. It'd be nice to show like, oh, it works, but it has this issue. And if I don't know what that issue is, like it's easier to show it than try and be like, oh, it does this thingamabob thing when you do the thing with the hootie what's it,
Instead of just like writing a run-on sentence and
right,
then
like
just confusing people.
It maybe works when it's on a summer solstice.
Yeah.
So,
shout out to Fishers. I finally made it to the show. Fishers, what have you been doing for the last month?
He's been penny shopping, bro.
Probably. Fishers,
apparently.
thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Just trying to keep up to the chat here. Oh no, Brian Oaks. Hey, Hunter's got to go. My girls have prepared crepes with ham and cheese for me.
Oh, nice.
I'll be right there.
Brian Oaks, thanks for dropping by, man. Happy birthday. Hope it's a great day for you.
Yeah, happy birthday. So on the flip side, the question is, when is it time to cut yourself off and just like move on to a different task.
Yes.
That's
well,
true.
Go ahead. You guys can go. I have a full answer for that.
No, go ahead.
Oh, so mine is it's kind of like your whiteboard you use, but I set everything in segments. Like obviously if there's anything we have to do that day, like you're meeting somebody at the bins on a Wednesday and not today, or if you have a doctor's appointment or you have to go penny shopping, right? Like there's something in there in a time frame that takes precedence because you set that up ahead of time. But everything else for me is accomplished based, right? So like a success. So I get a photos of 100 items, or I get, 2 things of, this pallet thrown away or gone through. Like I set a goal of what I want to get done. I have a total accomplishment goal, and then I break those into smaller goals. Otherwise, like if I go into my garage right now and I'm like, okay, I need to clean all this up. I need all this organized right now. I'll lose my mind. I'll just quit. I can't, my brain can't handle that, right? Like it looks a lot worse than it is, but like that table, it's old, big Paramount video store signs. So it's taking up half the table. This here is actually a computer. It's $1,000 computer that I found in the trash, but it's getting through all that. I'll go crazy. So I have to have my individual set down goals of each step to accomplish the greater task. That's how I do it. Unless something else is taking precedence that is scheduled, whether a band concert for the kids or anything else.
Like I think some people maybe spend too much time on things that don't matter. Like, Parrot Head Picker does edit all of his photos like that, so he does warrant a higher price per item. But if all you sell is clothes and you make all of your clothes listings like that, clothes only sell so much, and I don't know. My clothes pictures, I don't edit them like that. I just did that blanket because I think it's a great time of year to sell it. It's a unisex Christmas gift, new with tags.
Honestly, it's awesome. Let's be honest. Like, let's really just awesome. Come on. I don't care if you don't sell it. If you should keep it, in my opinion. But
I should. But I don't know. I don't do that on every item.
Right.
I don't know. It's just hard to say. Like, I don't feel like I have time to do that on all my clothes and all my shoes.
Right.
And everything. I know it would. There's no doubt that it would be beneficial and it would set you apart, but people are only going to pay so much for a pair of shoes, like used like Nike free runs.
Right.
Like, I sell those for $20 to $25, maybe, if they're in really good condition. And if I take the time to put the Nike check on there and another picture, like picture in picture, like I might get an extra $2, but I don't know. I just don't think that's worth it.
Yeah.
Blanket, I might get an extra 10 to 15, so you just got to make sure that you're good at time management and you're okay with what you're doing with your own time.
Right. And we also have to remember, like someone like Andy, Parrot Head Picker, he's doing this part-time. So this is almost, he's making pretty much a full-time income. He's like killing the reselling game, but he also has like a full-time job where, he can rely on that to pay the bills. So I'm pretty sure if, he decided to, retire or quit his full-time job and just like purely focus on reselling, I'm sure like his photos would, that'd be one of the places he cuts just to like pick up the pace in terms of like listing and stuff.
Right.
If he ever decided to go like full-time reselling, which I don't think he's thinking about doing that.
Yeah. Reselling for a GTR, Adam Snook says, question, I listed my most expensive item, vintage Akai reel-to-reel for $21.99 as auction. I have $950 in it. Someone sent me an offer for $1,700. Auction still has 6 days left. What would you do?
I'd wait.
Yeah. If someone's willing to offer you $1,700 now, there's no reason they wouldn't be able to pay $1,700 when the auction ends. I would never accept an offer on an auction as long as
it's. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Sorry. If it has watchers and people are already sending you offers, like it's going to sell regardless. So the only benefit in accepting the offer is getting paid sooner. If they're sending you an offer now, they'll pay for it, pay that same price when the auction ends. Yeah,
like if somebody like, listen, if you're trying to get like 2,200 and someone offers you 3, then take it, right? Like
Yeah.
If like, hey, my goal's this, that's where I want it to be. Like someone's like, hey, I'll give you 3. Yes, there's that second guess point of like, well, is it worth 5? Like, why is this guy give me 3? Like, but it's that other point. It's the argument, or not argument, right? But the thing that frustrates us the most, if someone makes an offer, you're praying they pay, as opposed to it just automatically taking the payment out and doing that.
Adam sent me his the reselling for GTR. He's part-time and he's doing some pretty good numbers for part-time. So I don't know where he's getting his stuff, like a $950 reel-to-reel. Honestly, I don't even know what a reel-to-reel is. But obviously it's a good buy. And that's another question.
A huge flip.
If you saw something that was worth $2,000, would you pay $950 for it?
Yeah, if the resale, the resale is like I get my stuff so cheap, so I know exactly what he's selling because I bought one for $5 at an auction.
Oh, nice.
And I offloaded mine quick just because I wanted the quick turnaround. I sold it for $1,700. So, but when you have that into it, as long as you can get it back, I think it's an awesome deal.
Yeah, if I was confident that it'd sell, I would do it 100%.
Florida Flipper, if you're really interested, shoot me an email, harrytornado@gmail.com, and I'll give you a hot deal because I have not listed any of them on eBay yet.
I'll list you on eBay.
Thanks, man.
Which is illegal, by the way.
It isn't?
It is.
It is.
Like, so I wasn't selling my friend, but man, what year was this? 2003. I tried to sell my friend's friendship on eBay. I had to buy it now of $2. And he said he was willing to sell it twice. One person bought it and then the listing was taken down.
Are they still friends?
Actually, they are. They still randomly text her. There was some girl from Louisiana. It was the craziest thing. Like, they just kept chatting here and there.
Pretty cool.
Stone's the Pop Ranger. Oh, you could read that one, actually.
Okay. Cajun Roots. Didn't we just answer this? Or is this the same one?
Different question, but yeah, we already answered that one.
Okay. So yeah, it's a website called Flipper Tools, and you basically take a video of your item, upload it to Facebook as a link only, and copy and paste the link in HTML format to your description. John Cincinnati Picker has like a whole video about that too. It's from a couple months ago, but you should be able to find it. John Roseberry, Harry Tornado, are you in Columbia, South Carolina? Yes, I am. Jody, the Eileen who won 3rd place, she emailed me. She claimed 3rd place, but nobody has claimed 2nd or 3rd. Debbie Kozak or Courtney Daito, the people that won yesterday, my drawing, they have not emailed me yet. But fun fact, the lady who won 2nd place the first time that like emailed me, said she emailed me but didn't, she emailed me again and said that she spelled my name wrong. So now I got to figure out what to do about that. Hopefully the 2nd place winner doesn't email me this time and I can just give it back to her. Giving stuff away for free on YouTube is very stressful.
You're playing the Glock 30 fan. He goes, I saw an eBay listing for a book that the seller wrote about how awesome of a guy he is. And I was writing back when I was part-time, I used to do that. Like, this is the most amazing version of this item that you will ever see because I have touched it for you. I have made sure that this is the best one. And I am pretty much the coolest dude in the world to be able to sell this to you. But like, now that I'm full-time, I'm like, I don't care. No one reads my descriptions.
Yeah.
There'd be that one person email me like, hey, I love your description, but they still wouldn't buy the item. I'm like, okay. It was just more my own personal amusement.
Yeah.
That's like the haunted dolls when people write an entire essay about the backstory of this haunted doll and how like creepy it is and stuff.
Yep.
I'm sure that works sometimes,
Right.
Oh yeah. I'm sure people buy that stuff like just because of the description and story behind it.
Stones Pop Ranger Chris said that he had a baseball bat in auction and was getting offers for as high as $150. The auction ended at $225. Yeah. Generally, if somebody's offering you less than your buy it now price on an auction, it's always better to just let the auction run out. Because if they really want it, they're going to be willing to pay for it. And if they don't, then somebody else will. Let's see. Are we finally caught up in the chat?
Okay, Can you still sell used Apple product on eBay?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
Yep,
with
Alexis.
Hangout. I think Harry Tornado just sold one recently.
Yeah.
A broken iPhone.
It was a phone I found at the bottom of a lake, and I sold it. It was an iPhone 6S Plus, did not turn on, didn't know anything about it, and I sold it for $28.
Bluegrass Picker. The auction professor says we're not supposed to do giveaways on YouTube. Has anyone else heard of that? It's a yes and no. You want the proper wording in your description and fun stuff like that.
Ah, we
But
got a $5 super
Chris,
chat from Daily Refinement.
Daily Refinement.
what's up, Chris?
How's it going?
What's up, man? You're up early for San Francisco. Oh, and Reseller King. You guys are great morning shows. Keep it up.
It's 6 a.m., man. He's got his routine. He's got his routine.
Yeah, he's got his calls.
He's got to put up his 200 listings for today. But Chris, thanks, man. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have you on one morning if you ever want to join us.
We'll have to call him Josh Chris, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, the J. Crew and guest.
honorary
King.
Josh, right? That's what it is.
Yeah. Reselling King, we appreciate that. You know, we went into this. I just kind of messaged. We had a Facebook group together, and I messaged the other two Joshes. I was like, "Do you guys want to do a morning show?" Because we missed John and Lonnie and Justin's. I was like, we can just mess around with it and see how it goes. And I mean, the support we've got on the show has just been awesome so far. Most shows average like 100 plus viewers, and it's just it's fun. It's really fun to hang out with you guys and just start our days off like this. Corey 111815. Do you often pick up hats that require cleaning? If so, how do you go about cleaning them? So this is a good question. I can't see it on StreamYard, but he's asking so with hats, I used to be afraid to put them in the washing machine because I didn't want to get them, there's cardboard in the brim, you don't want to get it soaked. So I used to only pick up hats that required minimal cleaning, and I would clean them with Dawn, like warm water, Dawn dish soap, and like a toothbrush. I got a bunch of hats at the bins the other day, and none of them were like super valuable. A couple of them were kind of dirty, whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw them in the washing machine and see what happens. And I did that, and it worked. They got all clean.
Yeah.
So, maybe if you've got some vintage hats that are like, really old, I maybe wouldn't do that with those. But if you just come across a bunch of like modern, like all of these hats were golf hats or like Titleist, TaylorMade, Callaway, stuff like that, just, $10 to $12 hats. So if they were ruined, whatever, I paid like 10 cents a piece.
Mm-hmm.
But it saved me a lot of time, and they were like completely clean, like brand new. So if they're not worth much, I just throw them in the washing machine. But if they are worth something, I would do the warm water, Dawn dish soap, and a toothbrush.
Yeah. The other side of that too is letting it soak. Like Profit Monster did a good video on it that I watched, and it was literally, he did it in a bathtub. I did it in a bucket of water in a plastic tub in my driveway, and I just threw in some OxyClean and threw the hats in, kind of mixed them up, let them sit, and then took them off and let them dry. And I didn't go that extra step of like, you fill the balloon in the back of the hat and spray it with a little starch and let it, like, if it's worth that, I'll do it, right? But otherwise, just a little OxyClean, sit in the driveway with the sun and let it dry, and it was good to go.
Oh, another
Corey
111815.
Thanks, man. We appreciate this. You guys are hitting out the park with the super chat today. We appreciate that. Emily Conway, I just bought one of your super cool hoodies. Did you? Oh my gosh, you did.
Support your friends, that one.
I appreciate that. Yeah, so I talked about this in my live show yesterday. If you want to know exactly what it's about, you can go rewatch that. It's some point in the middle. But yeah, these are Harry Tornado exclusives. Support your friends, and you just wear them around. And somebody's like, "Hey, I like your sweatshirt," and it's like, "Hey, thanks for liking my sweatshirt. Go support your friends and their small businesses or their business pursuits." I think as resellers, most of us have people in our lives that doubt us a little bit. Like people at my church will still be like, "Are you still unemployed?" I'm like, "No, I'm self-employed." There's a difference. So it's kind of frustrating, but yeah, just support your friends, whatever they do, unless they sell like multi-level marketing stuff, and then just help them get out of that.
Help them get out. Save your friends. I got another super chat.
Palmetto Finds Reseller 199. Thank you so much. Happy Wednesday. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Not the bins day.
Yeah. Okay.
50% off of Goodwill's in his area in Florida.
That's
Wow.
pretty good. My Goodwills used to do 50% off sales on like holidays, like Memorial Day and stuff like that, and they just stopped.
Mine had it this past weekend, 50% off. There are like two like the bigger thrift stores in my area, and it was just insane. Like people were stomping over each other. It was like I've never seen a thrift store that crowded before. It was like I was like kind of scared for my life because people were just, like super aggressive. Like I was like just like slowly going through the clothing ranks, and there was like 3 people just like breathing over my neck, like looking at like what I'm sorting through. I'm like, oh,
do you want that shirt?
Get out of my bubble.
Don't touch that. It's mine.
Yeah, I was like trying to create my little bubble, like like stretching my shoulders out, like trying to like subtly let them know that they're in my space.
As he punches them in the face.
On the Mark Flipper says, what do you guys do when listing? Do you listen to podcasts, music, Netflix, or silence?
This is the sound of eBay.
I don't think I've ever listed in silence.
No, I've never. Like if YouTube stopped for some reason, or computers update, like then it's silence. But I either do the headphones with the music blaring or YouTube videos. Those are my go-to. The headphones I did in the summer a lot because 3 kids home from school, they were in and out of the garage, and so I didn't want to keep getting distracted. They come to get their bikes or in and out of the house. So, but
yeah, sometimes I'll have like pre-recorded YouTube videos, just like a random playlist in the background.
Yeah,
but those honestly, I don't know. I've kind of slowed down with those because I'm always like a lot of the pre-recorded videos. They're like created to be engaging. So whenever I'm watching that, I'm like, oh, like what did he just say? So I'll like go back like 10 seconds and then replay it. That's like a constant distractor.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like if someone's live, like I think live streams are like amazing background noise for me. Just because they're engaging with, like, if there's like a panel there, they're kind of like talking amongst themselves, or they're like talking to people in the chat. So as long as I'm not like typing in the chat, then I can still stay productive. But if no one's like live, I just throw on some like random music.
Sorry, I'm replying to. Well, here I can do this faster. So reselling for Glock 30 fan. Yes, Salvation Army on Wednesdays, always discounts. And then Goodwill around me has lost their mind, focusing on estate sales now. Have you ever heard of Freaky Cereal of 1987? Bought 2 empty boxes for $1, sold already for $44. And yes, I have had that cereal in the 80s. Yeah. But that's crazy. Like, is it like Goodwill's hurting for stuff? Like, like they're like just buying out estate. Like, are they buying out estate sales? Like, how does that even work? Right? Like,
yeah, like my Goodwill, especially with clothing, like sometimes I can't even go through the t-shirts because there's so many t-shirts on the rack. You can't like file through them.
Yeah.
Still charging $1.50 each. I'm like, you really should put all of these on like a 25-cent sale or something, just to get rid of some of them.
Right.
Like garbage anyway,
And it just hit me recently. So I've been picking up a lot of dress shirts, and I just feel like there's just like a huge abundance of them. And half of them have the dry cleaner tag on them. So I was like, oh, like people are like dry cleaning their stuff and then not wearing it and donating it. And it like just dawned on me like this past week that like all those donations are probably just like local dry cleaners. And it's been like 3 months, people haven't picked up their stuff, and they just need to clear up rack space. So they just take up whatever's left that people have forgotten about, and they just donate it.
I wonder if you can go to a dry cleaner
like directly,
offer to buy the clothes that people have left.
Yeah, I need to try. I need to call up a few dry cleaners and see.
They might. Well, the one guy
that'd be sweet
that we had on our Saturday show, he has a dry cleaner, and that's how he got into eBay, because he didn't know what to do with all this stuff. So he started selling the stuff on his own. He's like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I'm just sitting here with like wedding dresses and all this stuff, and I'll call the people, and then like their numbers disconnected. Like, all right. So he just started this stockpile, and
yeah,
I think it was one of his sons or something said like, why don't you just resell the stuff, So he's still like, he says like I think the law is like 14 days. He gives everybody 30, He's like, but then I actually give 90 because life happens, you know, and he's like, but then he's like, after 6 months, what do I do with this?
I've tried calling dry cleaners before. Oh, Becky
Right?
Parker Poshmark. Morning.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Unfortunately, she's homesick today, but fortunately, she's in our show. If you guys have not subscribed to her, go check her out. She's Poshmark/eBay/not Mercari seller. And she's part-time. She's a full-time high school chorus teacher, choir teacher. I don't know the difference between chorus and choir, but
I do.
She's got a great personality. And
Yeah. Becky is awesome.
See, I was in show choir, believe it or not, and drum corps, but not chorus. I didn't like
look
chorus.
like you would have been in chorus.
No.
I could see you lead role of a play or something. I can picture it.
See, I never liked doing the play. I liked the singing side of it. But then I liked stage crew, right? That was my thing. Like no one could beat me at the spotlight. I was amazing. And I got out of a ton of classes.
A lot of people talking about dry cleaners. Oh, reselling for GTR said he didn't see the coffee cup warmer with the coffee cup auction. Would have definitely bought the package. So yeah, this doesn't come with the coffee cup. But what he's talking about?
Oh wow,
is
that's
our very own I always say a lot of Josh.
A lot of Joshes.
yeah, it's a lot of Josh. Try to get it above the question.
If you'd like to purchase one of these, I keep saying I'm going to increase the price, but I never do. So these are
Let's do this.
$30 plus shipping, and the bigger these are
obviously
1 ounce, and the larger 15 ounce are $13 plus shipping. Link in the description.
It's still up to, you know, we can discuss behind the scenes, whatever. But I think we should maybe at this point, since it's been low, like leave it that low until Black Friday. The day after Black Friday, price goes up.
$30.
Yeah. $38.
No one buys
shipping.
it after that.
Shipping on top.
Plus shipping on top. Plus handling.
Plus handling. Hand delivered by a lot of Josh.
Simply
a lot of that price is different than like see, that's the same way it is up here. Sorry if I'm jumping ahead. Pick and roll. Like, so I can literally go to one city's Goodwill where they have like Dr. Tornado's talked about, where everything's a flat price in the Goodwill. But then I literally 3 miles down the road, there's another one, and it's all over the board.
Yeah. I mean, I think Goodwills are managed regionally. So every Goodwill within like 30 miles of me has a fixed price. Occasionally there'll be like shoes that are higher. They put it in the glass case, but they're never good. It's just shoes they think are good. Like they'll see Nikes in good condition and they're like, oh, $20 and put those in the glass.
Yeah.
Like the Goodwill closest to my house recently got a donation of a bunch of like really almost new condition baseball cleats, but they have metal spikes, which very few people can use. I think you can't use metal spikes in like high school. You can't use them in softball.
Yeah.
So they're basically useless, and they put $30 on all of them. And like I've been there a bunch, and they haven't sold any, and they finally went down to half price, $15, and they said they wouldn't get any cheaper than that. I'm like, okay, well, nobody's going to buy these because they're useless. And I tried explaining why, but they don't really care. So
yeah, that's like Asics. There's a few thrift stores in my area. No matter what, like Asics, like it could be a good brand, but a lot of their running shoes are like $15-$20 pre-owned. And no matter like what type of shoe it is, if it has an Asics brand on it or a label, it's like automatically $19.99. Like no questions. It's just like as soon as they see Asics, they throw a $20 price tag on it. And a lot of Asics, they're like $15. Like they're not like that great. Like some you could sell and find some for like 40 plus potentially, but most of them are just like okay running shoes.
Becky Park says, here's a question for you guys. As full-time resellers, what does your morning routine look like? Well, Becky, first I wake up and I make myself a nice hot cup of coffee in my Josh's of Reselling coffee mug.
Subtle.
Scotch.
I love Scotch.
But normally I do, for me personally, I do I do all my shipping in the morning before the show. At least I try to get most of it done. Yesterday, I got everything done except the labels. Try to get that out of the way so when the show's over, I can immediately go into listing or photographing or go thrifting, whatever I decide to do. I wake up at 6 with my wife, so from 6 till 8:30 is when I do my shipping, and usually anything at my desk, like in this area, whether shipping or editing a YouTube video or something like that. I just try to be really productive from 6 to 8:30. Then we do the show, obviously, and that's the morning.
Take it down right into my belly. Bluegrass picker. Sorry.
And just interrupt you guys for 1 second. Jeremy Cash, another super chat. Jeremy,
Another one. Jeremy Cash.
any word on another collab with Callie? Callie is super on board. We just got to schedule it out. She has to borrow her mic and camera from Rally Roots. So it's just about the logistics of the situation and like what the show is going to be about. Maybe it'll just be a hangout. Maybe like next week we'll just go live and just hang out with you guys. But
Yeah, see where it goes.
We appreciate that.
We should
Yeah,
do a
Cali
Rally
is
Roots
super cool.
takeover.
Yeah.
Rally Roots goes live and we just show up. It's a Josh takeover.
So I've talked about in the past, like when you're trying to like collab with content creators that are bigger and better than you, you have to provide some sort of value. So I'm trying to wait until they like close on their warehouse. I'm like, hey guys, how about I rent a truck, go down there, help you guys move, and we do like 2 videos together, like 2 on your channel, 2 on my channel. I get a lot.
You just gotta surprise it. Just roll up with a U-Haul. Just show up.
Just show up.
Show up like, hey guys, I'm here to move. You called me. And Josh and I pop out of the back. Hey.
But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to do some collabs with them. I know I could do more collabs with Callie for sure. She enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, she's super cool. I'll answer this question real quick. Farm Girl Scavenger Noel, good morning. She said, how are the Starbucks going? The Starbucks tumblers, I'm assuming, that I bought. Right now, I don't think they're going to sell overnight. I'm going to have to play the waiting game because I think a lot of people are looking for the quick flip and they like completely tank the market. So if I'm going to sell them, it'll be a while because I'm going to have to wait it out. And that's kind of, I guess, the game with retail arbitrage, especially if like everyone buys the same product and like completely saturates the market. I think last time I checked, there was like 2,100 listings for these Starbucks tumblers, the studded ones, the cold cups that I bought. So it'll be a waiting game. But the good thing is like the supply caps out at like 2,100. Like no one's gonna add any more of these online. So eventually the supply will dwindle down and people will buy it from me. But right now it's more of like an investment. It'll be like a stock I purchased, I guess.
Talbert's mom is awesome. She watches and comments on all my videos.
Here's
There we go.
Here's our schedule. So Tuesday, we're on a lot of Josh's channel at 8:30. Wednesday, same time, my channel. Thursday, same time, Suburban Beard's channel.
If I'm here.
Unless Suburban Beard is not here, which is like a 70% possibility that he will not be here.
Yeah.
So there's our schedule. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8:30 on rotating on our channels.
Yes.
You have a question?
Thursday, keep an eye open on all 3 channels. So
You have a question
Just
from
in
Bluegrass Picker.
Bluegrass Picker. Where is it?
Dr. Beard, what is the advantages of Mercari other than easier to list? Oh, maybe I wonder if he's talking to me, Dr. Beard.
I only stole one thing on Mercari.
You're Dr. Tornado.
that's confusing.
He
Dr.
is
Beard.
not a doctor.
I am a doctor of love. No, I'm not. So whoever, so Bluegrass, that's me. So yes, it's easier to list. That is the number one advantage, right? But I just think it's so easy to communicate with people because you have a private message with each person in a chat. Like I don't know. I don't sell anything special. I truly don't. But like I get a higher dollar amount for my items. Items seem to move a little faster. I get interest a little faster, so I don't know. It's maybe because I list so often on Mercari that I do a little better. But I think the only way to really do better on Mercari with that is the promoted listings, or not promoted list. I'm sorry, where you promote your item and you can reduce the price of the item. I think it's 10% every time you do it, and then it moves to the top of the show right, of the main page. But I don't do that a lot. I only do that on some items I don't care about, or I'm just looking to get rid of at this point, like even stuff that I've probably taken off of eBay. So thank you, Talbert's Mom. We appreciate that. 130 watching. How is our thumbs up?
Talbert's mom. Who's your son? Is it Talbert? Or is
only 43 thumbs up, 132 watching? Ouch.
That's ridiculous. Come on, guys.
Everybody loves the tornado.
Everybody. It's like everybody loves Raymond.
Right? I never liked that show. This is better than taking business courses. Yeah, Talbert's mom knows a lot about a lot of stuff at marketing and everything else. So she's no joke. Yes, Talbert the Great.
Yes. Lightly hit the like button.
Likety.
Gently caress.
Or if you really dislike it, hit the thumbs down twice so that they know how much you hate it.
Since Suburban Beard's channel was just monetized, the dislikes on his channel count more. So if you don't like this video, be sure to go to his channel and dislike his latest Dollar General video.
Yes.
Right.
Actually, go back and dislike all of his videos.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
He
it really
greatly
helps the algorithm.
Although it really does, like I did find out all the inside Iggy's on the thumbs down does nothing for your video. It actually helps your video.
Yeah, it's just
because it's engagement. It just stops the person who hit the thumbs down. They'll stop showing you those types of videos, which cracks me up.
Oh yeah, on the
thank you.
Yesterday on my live on my channel, Tracy said that the next Josh, we were talking about replacing you again.
Yeah.
And she said the next Josh should have boobs. So we're gonna, if you miss another show, we might be getting a girl in here just to give the show some flair.
I have boobs. It's okay.
Nobody
wants to see them, but hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'll wear a crop top if that's what somebody really wants. Listen, if it gets me views.
In my live yesterday, I was showing off my hoodie and I lifted up and showed my stomach. And I was like, well, I guess they're going to know I'm Harry Tornado. Like, dude, I have so much body hair. Like, it's
the hamburger meat's just pouring out.
Oh, dude, it's like Wolverine, man.
Reseller King, rub the like button like a genie and you might get sales.
On the mark.
Thank you, Becky. I appreciate that.
We appreciate that. Flippin' Life says, just tickle the button.
Just tickle it.
So Talbert's mom, I'll bet penny days are not worth missing the show, but yesterday's penny, I had to because of the list itself. It happens once a year, the list that big and that epic. So I did not want to miss out on the content for you, to be completely honest with you. But normal penny, I still go every Tuesday. And you see Myra's comment? DG Penny Bra is calling your name.
DG Penny what?
Thank you, Becky. Penny Bra.
Dude, those Dollar General, I feel like, I don't know. I don't really understand the hype, but it seems to be like super crazy right now.
It's the hunt, dude. Well, this is the biggest list. So a normal list will have, at most 40, 50 items. And it's like some of it's expired food and random stuff, right? But like this list was every piece of summer clothing, everything you could think of, even the memory foam slippers, tons of food, accessories, or, and then on top of that, there was a separate penny list of wedding stuff. I found a bunch of that. And then third penny list of like all the front end candy and stuff like that. Like I found none of the actual penny list stuff. It was just all the clothes I got. And honestly, but they'll fit my wife and daughter. And so they kind of got a collection of spring, summer stuff already.
Yeah. So you pretty much just had to scan every single item.
Yes
and
and
see
no.
if it brings up as a penny.
Yes and no. So like, because I put out on my video because I get the list early. So I have the UPC code, what the item's called and stuff like that. And then I'll research the photos and see what it is. So most of the time, but like when it says yellow dot, you have to scan the yellow dot, close and see.
Stones of Pop Ranger said there was a Dollar General across from Goodwill I went to yesterday and I didn't stop. I pass one on the way home every day and I didn't stop either.
And honestly, the biggest part about it, it's the hunt, it's the chase. It's like, can you find a penny item? Because they're supposed to be
Yeah.
removed from the floor, shipped back, or thrown out. One of the three is supposed to happen, by Tuesday morning. And but it's the chase is fun. My wife and I go out and we just,
Yeah.
we hang out and search and hunt. And, when you find something, it's kind of like a win.
That's crazy how they just end up throwing all that stuff out though. That's such
Well,
a
a lot
waste.
of it, so the food they throw out, a lot of the stuff is supposed to be sent back, but each store is a little different on how they handle it. Because
Mhm.
here's the crazy part: all that Yellow Star clothing, I think after Friday goes back to full price. So if it's not removed from
really?
the floor,
Okay.
it'll end up and some stuff like that. So like Christmas stuff, it's funny because if it doesn't reset in time by the time they put it out, so there was a bunch of Christmas stuff that obviously pennied out in like March of this year, if there was any left in the stores. Well, when they put it back out for Christmas, there was still some last year stuff. So we got some penny Christmas stuff when it came back out for Christmas this year.
Yeah,
It was from last year, but now it reset to full price. So, and gorgeous. Yes, I try and go dumpster diving once a week. I call it my Goodwill bins. That's how I'm going to have to edit the video now. I call it that because it's a Goodwill dumpster. It's like my personal bins. But I tried dumpster diving at Dollar General once, but the ones I go to, like one's a compactor, one is literally facing the police station. So it's kind of awkward. And the other one, they never have anything.
Farm Girl Scavenger Noel says, quit ignoring the little people and maybe you'll get more thumbs up. I always said before I joined the chat, but that's just me. And then later on, she added, let me see then she said something to Danny. And then she said, where's this last one here? This one. I'm out. Taking my thumbs up with me. Have a great day, everyone else. Farm Girl Scavenger Noel, the first comment I got from you was the one about quit ignoring the little people. I'm sorry if I didn't see your message earlier. I definitely do not. None of us try to ignore anybody.
No, not at all.
There's 130 people watching, so I'm sure I missed some stuff. But when you got 130 people in here, and then somebody comes in and people are saying hi to them, it goes kind of fast. So I do apologize if we missed your message or something, but I don't see anything before that. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks for the thumbs down, I guess. I don't know what else to say. I think she did that on one of your channels, one of your shows on your channel, a lot of Josh too. Remember her?
Yeah, and honestly, I'm just like, I can't keep up with the chat sometimes.
Yeah.
Because like I'll like start scrolling through it, reading it, and then it'll like jump to the bottom as people are typing. And I'll have to like scroll back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry if we like miss any questions or if you guys say hi to us. Definitely not intentional.
I'm trying
to dig through, like, how did we miss a bunch of stuff? I feel bad.
I went back and I was like looking for her first message, but I didn't see anything. Like, I really am sorry if I did miss it, but I didn't see anything.
Danny May talks about the bins. So, like, do they literally roll out like she says, they roll out a new table. People push and shove others out of the way to get to this table. Does that happen when they roll new stuff out?
Not at mine, no.
I've heard some horror stories though, like people are like waiting at the back door, like they know the schedule that the new bins roll out and stuff like that.
Wow.
Let's see.
Steampunk Town said, you missed one of my messages 3 weeks ago. Shame.
Somebody it was a Swift seller. He said the chat does move fast. I've asked many questions, but you guys haven't answered any of them. I'm really sorry. I think I've seen one, but it doesn't.
Oh gosh, we're terrible YouTubers.
It really is hard to like keep track because you see one question and then you answer it.
Yeah, as soon as you start talking, that's when you start losing track because I can't talk and read at the same time.
I wish there was like, I know they don't want to make it too involved, but like even if it was only who was hosting could do it, but like to go in, because you can click on the participants, and I'm like, I wish you could click on them and then click on them and see the messages they put in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just that person, or at least like go to, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, or have like a queue of like saved comments or something.
Right. Because you can toggle the timestamps, but that doesn't help. Like,
yeah. Honestly,
right now
if you have a question you want us to answer, the very best way to do it is to send like a 99-cent super chat because it doesn't really cost much, and I guarantee we will see that. or you can just tag me. Like if you tag any of us, it shows up as highlighted. So it just makes it easier for us to see, or you could add question marks or something in front of it. But it's a lot. I'm trying to go back and see his other questions, but I mean, it's just.
Do you guys hear that in the background?
Kind of.
I think the neighbor just started mowing the lawn. It's super loud.
Mowing the lawn. It's 4 degrees here.
I don't know. It's not. I don't know. People like the cold around here.
Well, let me see. That might be the wind chill. Let me double check this here. Oh no, I lied.
I saw like a bunch of people were getting snow the past few days. It just rained here in Jersey yesterday.
See, that's what we got
first.
While
it was snowing for everyone, we just got like a light drizzle.
It was snowing and then it all turned to rain. But yeah, it's 16 degrees right now, but it feels like 7. There's a winter weather advisory in effect for another half hour for 1 to 3 inches of accumulation.
I actually prefer the cold over the hot though.
No.
So I'm happy.
Okay. I'm done going back through the chat. If anybody has any final questions, put them in the chat now with question marks, and we'll answer like 2 more before we go.
Yeah, we like just crossed the hour mark.
Oh, Swift Seller did ask if we can make a tumbler to sell.
Oh yeah, a tumbler is not an option on Printful, which is a website I use. They only do coffee mugs, but we can look at. We do want to make another product in the future because we don't just want to sell the same coffee mug. So
right,
and we want to get more use out of our logo. So I can look at tumblers, but I can't do them the same way I did the mugs. But that's a great idea.
Like I can make tumblers at home. That's easy. Or I can at least sell the labels and you can put it on your own tumbler. You go that route.
That's true. Yeah.
Thriftina, I do that as well. I wear headphones.
Christy Campbell says, I messaged a lot of Josh on Insta with a question and got an immediate answer. And he answered way better than I was hoping for. Yeah. Shoot us. Like I on Instagram all the time, and I answer them as soon as I possibly can. I've never had a question that I ignored. Sharon Crawford coming in, sending
just. I got some back to back.
Just because you provide so much. Sharon, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Swift Seller, my coffee got cold too fast in a coffee cup. That's where you got to get one of the coffee warmers. I got this at the bins.
And Gorgeous, I want a head as well. So yes, we'll look into that also.
And then Art Vandalay 219 199. I appreciate your guys' show. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Chim Chasgrits, cheese grits. What are the top 3 items each of you suggest to sell for new eBayers? That's a good question.
Ooh, top 3 items. Let's see. I'd say the easiest are, trying to think. Shoes are pretty easy because you can look up the model number. Anything with like a model number or like a series number is usually easy to look up. Like shoes, you can just look up the brand, and then typically on the tag inside there's like a letter number combo that you can look up and put into eBay. So those are like super easy to comp out. Like older electronics, like small electronics, like cassette recorders and stuff like that, they always have like the brand and model number. So things like that are easy to look up when you're first starting. I think that's a good way to start.
Yeah, I would go with just cheap things. Like, I mean, I think if you're just starting out as a new eBayer, just look around your house for stuff to sell. Well, Jody just sent another Canadian $3 super chat. My last super chat for a little bit. Thank you all. Jody has spent like $12 for us in the last like week. We appreciate him. Thanks, man. We appreciate that.
Yeah, new eBay. I'm 100% with you, Dr. Tornado. Like, sell what's in your house, and then the other one that I only have the 2 suggestions, right? Sell what's in your house because it's already there. You own it. Part 2 of that is sell what you know. Don't try and learn something new off the bat. Sell what you know.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever you like. Like if you have a hobby, like I've played golf my whole life, so I'm very well versed in golf equipment. So I'm comfortable at sourcing that. I wasn't comfortable shipping it at first, but I watched videos and found that out. So just look for stuff that you like, and keep your cost of good extremely low, and avoid stuff that I probably wouldn't start with clothing, because if you're starting out, you probably don't have a good light system yet. You probably don't know how to measure clothing. So I think a lot of Josh was right on the nail with shoes. Shoes are really good. They don't require measurements. As long as they're in good condition and you take decent photos, those can sell for pretty much $15 to $20 guaranteed, no matter the brand. So look at shoes, look at stuff around your house, and look at stuff that you like, stuff that you're aware of the value on.
Yeah, video games another easy one, but what I'll tell anybody, right? So I guess this will be part 3 of that, and it's sell what's in your house, sell what you know, and 3, learn how to research before you sell anything. Because if you can look up that item, even if that first item takes you 10 minutes to research while you're standing in a thrift store, at least you're learning how to do it, because a video game could sell, shoes could sell. But again, if you don't know how to research that item, forget it. Like you could be like, oh, I bought these shoes for $50 and they sell for $8, right? Like research.
Christy Campbell sent us a $1.99 super chat for the little people. Thanks for all the awesome tips.
Oh, I just missed half this chat. Oh,
we're little people too, so
yeah,
in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
we are very small YouTubers.
I mean, I'm not even officially monetized yet. I'm waiting for YouTube to say I'm okay.
Yeah,
and they like my beard.
So from 3 little people, physically, I'm 5'6" 3/4. Okay, I'm as little as it gets, and this from love from my heart right back to you guys. We're all little people, and
yeah, I'm like 5'11" on a good day. If I'm wearing shoes.
And then we got another David M. the car boot picker, 5 pounds.
5 pounds.
Appreciate it, lads. Thanks for sharing. Always interested to hear how everybody else does reselling in other countries. Keep up the good work. David's got a great channel too. He does this cool trivia stuff. Somebody asked earlier what we do while we list, and if David is on doing trivia, I turn that on because it's just fun. It's not like reselling based. It's just like general knowledge, but it's fun to like be in the chat with other resellers and see who's on there. The only problem is if Lonnie gets on, he just decimates the competition.
Yeah. I have to call it real quick. I know I'm jumping ahead in the chat. Thrift Raider, I am with you 100%. I love selling VHS tapes. I sell 1 VHS tape a day, whether it's eBay, Mercari, or Amazon, and I have about 4,000 VHS tapes I still have to go through.
Oh my goodness.
I love selling VHS. Like I have the entire Highlander series on VHS. Sorry, go ahead.
I have the entire Xena Warrior Princess series on VHS, and it weighs like 35 pounds.
Dude, tell me about it. It's awesome. But I love selling it. Like I love selling VHS. Plus I enjoy it. Like I'm like, if it doesn't sell, I'll watch it. I don't care.
Yeah, the good thing is 35 pounds of VHS costs like $5 to ship.
Exactly.
Yeah. I still haven't listed that though. I should probably do that. If anybody in the chat is interested in the entire Xena Warrior Princess series on VHS, let me know. Email harrytornado@gmail.com.
Email Xena. See if she wants them.
She actually looks really good now. Like we've seen her now. She was on Parks and Rec as Ron Swanson's wife. She's pretty. Well, she was pretty back then too. But
his final wife, or
his final wife. Yeah, wife.
Yeah, yard sale deals 300 VHS. Like, listen, also VHS will sell for $1. VHS will sell for $50. Like, I'll have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all 3, pristine condition, all tested. I'll sell those for 30. You know, so, but then I'll have ones that I was about to toss that I sold on Amazon for $45 because it's some rare, weird VHS tape they never turned to DVD. Right. That's why I scan, but I'm amazed. Like I may not be good at a lot of things, but I am the best Googleizer in the world. I can find a comp for anything, anywhere, and the best way to sell it. Gorgeous. What's a VHS?
Yeah, Tracy just said the VHS Thrifter. I'm gonna put a link to his channel. I think that's the right link. He's an Australian guy. He's hilarious. He's jumped on Tommy Bernhardt's like night show once or twice, and
I just subbed to him.
He's just like a hilarious guy. And if you watch some of his videos, he's like really good at video editing and stuff. They're like really good produced videos. So
Swift Seller coming in with another super chat. Thanks for answering one of my questions. Sorry, I need to go back. If you can shoot me an email if you want with any questions. Anybody, my email harrytornado@gmail.com. Email me questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks for answering one of my questions, little people. We appreciate that, man. And then Kim, I guess this will probably be the last question. We're getting a little time crunch here. Question, I like that. Can you guys do a video on how to decide when a price when eBay comps are all over the place? I mean, there's a lot of videos out there already about that. And like that blanket, the Pendleton blanket we were talking about earlier in the show, like it really depends with something like that. It depends on the pattern, and I couldn't see any sold comps from my pattern. So on that, I just kind of listed high. I think what I like to do is also look at the sell-through rate. So you search an item, and say you search Pendleton blankets, and 500 items pop up in available listings, and you filter those results by sold, and there's like 500 sold. You know the sell-through rate is 100%. Like out of all the ones listed, generally all of those are going to sell within 60 or 90 days. So if you've got something with a high sell-through rate like that, and something where the sold comps are ranging from 30 to 90, I would just list high, list like $80 with best offer, and let it ride. Eventually somebody will send you an offer, maybe, you know.
Gorgeous. You looked at mine and priced $10 cheaper.
I didn't look. I didn't see any. She did say that she has the same blanket listed as me, but I didn't see any of the ones. I don't.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry. Should I increase my price a little bit? I already have like 2 watchers on it.
Gosh, just
Increase it by $150 for no apparent reason. It'll sell immediately.
Yeah. Okay. Danny May says, "You guys rock. See you tomorrow morning on Suburban Beard's channel." That's a great way to end it.
Thank
Tomorrow
you.
We'll be on Suburban Beard's channel. Hopefully he'll be monetized by then. I just realized I didn't monetize this video. So thanks for all the super chats, because I didn't get any AdSense from this. I'm so bad at that. But now you guys can watch.
You guys are awesome.
You can't deposit watchers.
Channel tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Suburban Beard, what are we going to be talking about tomorrow? Putting you on the spot here.
Reselling.
Boom. Mic drop.
But yeah,
be careful.
Break my microphone.
Don't break that. That's an expensive mic.
Yeah. Somebody said, like, anybody who's ever dropped a mic has never purchased a mic.
Right. Seriously.
So expensive. All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Tom said 6. That's a great way to end the show. Thanks
Well, stop it, boobs.
for that. All right. See you guys tomorrow. We appreciate everyone being here. Thanks for all the super chats. You're the best. Catch you guys on the next one.